Welcome viewers, Dr. JWAU. Was COVID about profit, control, or something else? The COVID motive. Before the lockdowns, before the vaccines, before the mandate, arguments and accusations, there was one question that should have been among the simplest to ask. Where did this virus come from? Well, years later, the extraordinary answer is we still don't know for certain. The earliest recognised COVID-19 outbreak emerged in Wuhan, China in late 2019. From there, investigators faced competing explanations for how the SARS-CoV-2 entered the human population. One centred on natural zoonotic emergence, a virus originating in animals, eventually reaching humans, potentially through wildlife-associated transmission. Another examined whether the virus could have been connected to laboratory activity through research, sampling, handling, or an accidental incident. These possibilities carry profoundly different implications, but possibility is not proof. Evidence supporting zoonotic emergence has included the geographical clustering of early known cases around Wuhan's Huanan market and environmental samples associated with wildlife selling areas. Yet researchers have not identified an infected animal that conclusively establishes the transmission chain into humans. Meanwhile, Wuhan was also home to laboratories studying coronaviruses. That fact alone does not establish a laboratory origin, but it created questions that required investigation. What viruses had been collected, what experiments were conducted, and what records existed. Were researchers ill before the recognised outbreak? Could investigators independently examine the evidence required to exclude an accident? So, different intelligence agencies, scientists and investigations have subsequently reached different assessments, often with varying levels of confidence. And that leaves COVID motive with an uncomfortable distinction. Not knowing how COVID began is not evidence that somebody deliberately created it. But neither is uncertainty evidence that every serious question has been answered, because they haven't. The origin of a pandemic that transformed billions of lives remains unresolved. And when institutions, establishments ask the public to reject one explanation, they inherit a responsibility for greater than reassurance. They need more reassurance than that. They have to show the evidence. Because the next question isn't merely where COVID came from, it's why only one possibility became so controversial to discuss, and that was the lab leak question.